baby, we got a trans one for you this week.
That's right. We are so excited to have comedian Nori Reed back on the show to talk about being a twink again.
Their tour, Wet Hot Brave, this summer, coming to 6 cities. Look it up, bitch.
And honestly, we talk about it all. We're talking about
up. We're talking about down. We're talking about left. We're talking about right.
We're talking about brain rot.
We're talking about 4th of July.
We're talking about Christian County, Kentucky.
Kentucky's just.
Did you say brain rot?
No, yeah, we said brain rot. Kentucky's just not a place you think people live in.
I know.
Bye now.
Adios.
That was wild.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our name is Sloppy Seconds Spot at gmail.com. Now on with the show. I used to stupid little that's so little Sloppy Seconds Big Dipper and Meatball. Meatball, that's Big Dipper.
hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Were you up late last night?
I was working late because I'm a singer.
Do you believe it's the song of the summer, or has the Brat Nation?
No, it's the song of the summer. I think that okay.
We're gonna get into trends.
Well, is this why you're dressed like this? Because you're a brat diva?
Honey, write anything you want on my chest. I would wear that shirt.
I know you would. And you would probably wear it to like a nice event too and be like,
And-
what?
And I would be like, I do drag.
I do drag.
You gotta be careful how you do that voice.
What do you mean?
There's a.
I'm working late.
Please?
It is a better song. Well, not a better song, but I think that Sabrina Carpenter's song is like reaching more people than Charlie XCX's Brat is.
Yes, because
Because you have to be like a music lover.
we also just have to be ahead of the curve. And why don't you bring on our guest?
She's got a biting wit and dry humor, and she will talk about being trans. Wow. I didn't write that.
Who did?
It's Nori Reed.
Hi, Nori.
Why did you make me say that?
Oh my god, your podcast has changed. It's like shock. It's like shock jock.
Your jaw's been on the ground since you walked in.
Yes. I know. We got. It's all about numbers these days. So you're really trying to get a reaction from the jump.
We just, we like to keep it real, as they say.
Oh yeah. Okay.
How are
All right,
you?
I'm good. I'm trans.
Wait.
It's
What did I say? What did I say?
Is it a trans girl summer?
Oh, that's such good. That's actually so
Such a good question.
Wow. Oh my god. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Some girl pissed me off at my party. We're gonna cut this out. She pissed me off at she pissed me off at Fat Slut. Do you love summer? Are you having a good summer so far?
No. I don't like summer. I actually tweeted today, wake me up when it's fall. So very much I don't like hot weather. I believe hot weather is kind of inherently transphobic. That's kind of why I was thinking maybe it's not hot girls, trans girls summer.
Sure.
I don't know. I like makeup running, like
Ugh.
sweating. Pride seems to be somewhat canceled this year potentially.
It's like it's nonstop. This will mark our first non-Pride weekend in 2 years? But on the day that this episode comes out,
Well, this Pride had an extra weekend in it.
it sure did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it had 5 weekends.
Just so many.
I'm just tired of it. And guess what? I'm not proud.
Well,
Let's talk
Fact,
about
I
it.
hate
Let's
the
talk
gays.
about it. Yeah,
Let's
can we
talk-
talk
let's get
about
into
it?
it.
Can we talk
Hate 'em.
about it?
why?
Oh no, they're just like loud and they're always doing this. Listening to Charlie XCX.
I had a hard experience with a Clack fan.
Oof.
That was challenging for me to feel proud of my community when this one queen would not stop the clacking for at least 3 hours.
Oh no.
And it was like,
no.
remember when we all hated it and then Beyonce was like,
We'll
fan
put it
me
in my
off, and we
song.
were all like, well, it's cool again, but only during Heated.
Yeah.
And-
Some people overdo it.
And then when I tell you, it was at least 2 to maybe 3 hours of constant on the beat. And I was like, what are you doing? That's terrorism.
Yeah. I associate Beyonce with terrorism.
No,
Just
not
constant. No, not. I'm not
Just
listening.
everywhere.
Did I just disassociate?
It must have.
No, I meant the queen at the event I was at.
I'm sorry that I disassociated and wasn't quite listening. I was thinking about how I'm mad at every single type of like queer person except lesbians right now.
Well,
I'm really into lesbians, but that's it. No one else.
I'm rewatching
no other letter.
the L Word right now.
See?
Original.
Now, is your love of lesbians the reason you cut your hair so short?
Well, yeah,
Because don't they like short hair? I don't know what lesbians are into.
yeah.
Should we start this episode over?
No, I think we have to move through it.
I'm loving
I
it.
think we
I
have
can't
to
tell
move.
what we're doing.
I'm
I'm
loving
just like
it.
saying things.
Well,
I'm obsessed. This is. I mean, I think it's. Is it my energy off? Probably.
No,
Always.
I think
always. I
I
have
think
weird
it's
energy.
maybe the food poisoning that's really getting me off.
Ooh, okay, getting you off.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
what do you love about
Listening.
lesbians?
Right now, like dependable. I feel like the lesbians in my life, I can like count on them. Whereas like gay men in my life
Say that.
want me dead. They like want me. I'm like, hey, like this like horrible thing happened, and they're like, stop talking. Kind of a vibe is what I'm feeling from gay guys.
They're like, you deserved it.
Yeah, they're like brat, and I'm like, I'm so Julia, and I'm like, I was sexually assaulted. No, I wasn't. I'm just kidding. But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I tell them something traumatic happened, and they're just like,
Right.
it's like, God, I
Slay.
love brat. And I'm just like, me too, but I'm in the hospital. I don't know.
I feel like I identify with the sentiment behind that story.
But a lesbian wouldn't do that. A
No.
lesbian would be like, what hospital? I'm already there. I have like food, like,
I have a photocopy of your insurance card just in case
Yeah.
you didn't have it.
and a non-binary person would be like, this is too much. But they would do what a gay guy does, but in a much more like poetic. There'd be a lot of words to it.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
they
Right?
would
Yes.
convince you that somehow it was about their self-care, that they couldn't be there for you.
Yeah, like I'd be open on the operating table, being like, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
I
That's
want
kind
to
of-
I
talk
was gonna say
about.
something else really offensive.
Yeah,
but-
you could do it.
Well, and then they would be like,
That crossed the line. How dare you?
I am laughing. I'm
Oh my
laughing
God,
because
what?
that's me. Like literally, you literally just got me so hard. Like,
okay, well, now that we're,
So,
let's
now
move
that we're-
on.
okay.
Let's we're in
You
now.
said
yeah,
before we started, you said, "Oh, I look cute fat today, not fat."
yeah. I feel like I
I
look cute fat.
Love that phenomenon because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really know what it is.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yes,
talking
where you're like, wow, this shirt can barely fit on me, and I look great.
about. Me, right?
And then another day, you're like, why is the shirt so baggy? I look like an ogre in it.
Absolutely. Also, I feel like skin. Like I feel like cute fat. There's like a glow
Mhm.
to the
Yes.
fatness, like a glistening pig. Like like
Yes.
about to be like a succulent pig.
It's like when someone is like, you're so sexy, love your body shape, versus how much do
How
you
much do you
weigh?
weigh?
I
Let me
want you to
grab your belly."
suffocate me.
Lay on top of me.
Yes.
Crush me.
Crush me, big
I
guy.
don't like the big guy.
Crush me, big
Oh.
fella.
Is that what people? That's what people say to you on
People will
Grindr?
say
Yes.
that sometimes.
Wow.
I just had a guy
Mm.
message me this morning on Sniffies, and he wrote, "Hey," and I wrote, "Hey," and he wrote, "I'm into chubs,"
Oh.
and I wrote, "Cool!" exclamation point, and he was like, "Do you host?" I wanted to see where it was gonna go.
Well, where did it go? You sucked him off this morning?
No, then I had to leave the house and I had to work.
They always do that where they're like, hey, I'm into this. like have me over.
Right.
It's just so
Yes.
annoying. It's
And
like, no, you host, bitch.
when they're like a different body type, they also
Yeah.
think they're doing you a
a
favor.
favor.
Ugh.
It's like you have they're like, have a charcuterie board. Okay, I would like a LaCroix, and I'll
Mhm.
come over.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like I don't want to. I don't have to host you
Yeah.
just because like you want to like a fat person,
And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm
right?
the golden goose here.
Yeah.
I'm
You
cute
should
fat.
meet my demands.
Yes. You should have the charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
Yeah, you should make it
Charcuterie.
welcoming for me. I'm the one that's
Right?
going to be doing the crushing.
I'm here to smoosh.
Like,
Smoosh your face.
if you look at like a traditional like Hawaiian kind of like traditional meal, like the way that when they bring the pig in,
Mhm.
that's the part. That's the celebration.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like there's gonna be food. There's gonna be like drinks and
Yeah,
like,
wait, hold on. That pig's
dancing.
getting carried and I have to walk?
Yeah,
Babe,
exactly.
you
We're
gotta
the pig.
pick me up.
We're the pig.
Where's my chariot?
Yes, Uber this pig to your house and
Thank
have a
you.
procession
Yeah.
and have multiple people waiting.
Piggy went nom nom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was like, no. Like, cool, you're
That's
into
good.
chubs. And he had a nice though.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, you're going to go home soon, so maybe he's still looking.
But the problem
The
is
problem is on those apps, everyone's always looking, and then when it's time to seal the deal, no one ever does.
I know.
and
It's
like
impossible.
I'm
Are you
sh-
on the dating apps?
I am, and I hate it. I hate every second of it. You were making me think though of I used to hook up with this guy that looked like Jeremy Allen White. Is that his name from The Bear?
Uh-huh, yes.
Uh-huh.
He looked
Rat sexy.
He looked exactly like ripped, like so fit, but like thin, like lean, strong.
Love that.
And he would like toss me around like a pizza pie. My fat ass, like he would be tossing my fat ass, like
he'd need the dough first.
kneading
Throw
it,
you
like
up in there.
top this way, that way, calzone, like it was great.
Stuff you with the meat, fold you over.
Yes, and he was
That's
like,
how you make a calzone.
I was like 3 times his size, and he was just like tossing me. It was great. I miss that guy.
What happened?
He lives in he was in the Bay Area. Yeah, as they all are. They're all in the Bay. He plays the trumpet
Did you ever try to
in a band.
That's fun. A ska band?
It's like a New Orleans kind of a band. Does that make what are those called something? Like a
Zydeco?
Zydeco?
something like that. Yeah, he was
Almost
white.
a Zatarans.
Like
Did
if
he
he was
wear a
like a
fedora?
Zataran band.
Yeah, he was a Zatarans band. Did he wear a fedora?
He would not when we were, but I could see him in one.
And
100%.
We wear vests.
I have seen a picture of him in a vest,
Yes, exactly.
kind of like a Jack Johnson.
Ah,
Did you ever
but
try
they're
to-
pancakes.
Jump from the hookup to like hang out?
No, we know. I knew what the vibe was.
Right.
I knew that he probably had like a girl. I'm sure he had like a cis girlfriend. I'm sure he had like
Mm.
a very normal life, and he was just like down to like throw around a fat tranny from time to time. What?
There's a lot of there's a lot of guys that like secretly want to fuck fat people but won't do it openly, and that's
Oh,
so
yeah.
wild. It's like I'm a prize.
Well, and that's why they send messages like the one I was talking about. That's why they go like, "Look at me, I'm into chubs," and you're like, "And?"
So what? You're not special.
That's right.
I'm at a very strange intersection. I'm catching bullets from like I'm catching bullets not just from chubby chasers, not just from tranny chasers, chuckle. So I never know when it's real. Ever. I never know when it's real. Because it's always going to be one thing they're like have a weird thing with.
Right.
We were just talking. Well, we always talk about it, but like, would you a fan?
Yes. Where's the camera? Yes. I would a fan. If you are a fan of my work and you are a sexy person,
off.
not even a nice person. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to be kind. Well, no,
No,
you don't have to be
no.
kind.
Yeah, so if you're in Brooklyn, Philly, DC, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, if you're or Topeka,
I'll go to Topeka.
she'll go to Topeka
I'll
for
go to
you, babe. If you're in
Topeka.
any of those cities, she's coming to you, and you better be coming for her.
Buy a ticket. Buy a ticket to the show, and then I'll.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
right.
If you buy a ticket to the show, I will have sex with you.
You it's like a validation.
Yes,
Like
it's-
show
Show the
CEO
tickets.
the ticket.
It's in the contract. When you buy a ticket on the website, it says Nori will you. I made my lawyer put it in there.
All right, we
We'll
gotta
be
take
right back,
a
and then
break,
we'll talk about your tour.
and we'll be right back.
And we're back.
Wait, Nori, do you sing?
I know. I mean, I'm not good at it, but I do.
What is your favorite song to sing?
Right now,
Yeah.
I would say "Good Luck, Babe." Probably.
Sure.
I
Chapel
can't
Roan.
really hit the note. There's a lot of notes. I can't really. I never feel so trans that I'm like trying to sing her song because I can't hit those cis notes. Is she cis? What is she?
Yeah.
She's
She's an
something.
ally.
She's an ally.
No, she's
Yeah.
She's a drag
She's a
queen.
drag
she's a
queen.
lesbian.
Yeah, she sings about having sex
I
with women.
saw that. Have you already talked about Plain Jane coming for her?
No.
Plain Jane came from a diva?
Yes, he said. Didn't he say that her drag isn't valid? He said something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Plain, come on
Janet?
the pod. Come on the pod and defend your choices.
We'll
I
have Chapel
know.
and Plain right here, and we'll hash it out.
Yeah, we'll let him talk it out here.
I don't know.
I'm sure Chapel really cares.
that feels like a death drive because I'm like, why would you go after like
The
her
biggest celebrity
right
right
now?
now. Yeah.
Her fans are like rabid
Yeah.
right now.
That is a wild thing to say.
Yeah,
It is interesting because saying like, oh no, she's like an ally who like loves drag, and it's like she's a queer woman.
Who employs drag queens to create her
Yeah.
costumes and do her makeup.
But I also
She's
think
been in
like
drag for a while.
Yes.
because
years.
she's like, I don't know,
And when she first
hetero
started?
passing, people like
guess.
make the assumption that she's like in the Gaga camp or the Madonna camp, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, she loves the gays. And it's like, no, she's a queer person. I mean, correct,
Yes.
right?
I won't say her name, but there's a trans woman I know who claims that Gaga stole her like entire act.
Oh, from her friend.
Oh,
who
yeah.
she pushed off the roof of a building.
What? No. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Oh, you mean the
What's
trans
that?
woman says that Gaga stole her act from her.
Mhm. The whole cabaret thing. the
What were
cabaret
you
thing.
saying?
There's this
What's
whole thing that
that?
there was like Gaga had a friend who was a musician and like was basically Gaga, and then she like mysteriously died, and then Lady Gaga got famous. And like I forget the girl's name.
Is that like Avril
Oh.
Lavigne has a
Body double. I think it's along the
clone?
same lines.
Interesting.
But this woman actually existed and did die. Like there is like facts behind it.
Well, you
this
know
person's
who,
alive. This
And she
tranny's
fell
alive.
off of a building.
you know who Lady Starlight is.
No.
That's Lady Gaga's like old like DJ partner, and they like look like twins.
Is she dead? Was she pushed off a roof of
Well,
a
let
building?
me look it up.
There's a lot of people trying to claim the whatever. Should I put my hat in there? I think Gaga
stole from me.
from me. Nori lady. If you really if you really stop and look at it, that's kind of weird, right?
Reed,
Reed,
Gaga,
Gaga,
you know.
Reed.
Reed. No,
Mhm.
DJ Lady Starlight is still alive.
Oh,
It wasn't her then.
Wow.
They're just past collaborators.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna happen to Chapel like in like a year or something? Someone's gonna be like, I'm the pink pony.
I'm
From-
the original
from the
Shepherd.
club.
Was there a pink pony at the music video shoot?
No, it was a bunch of gruff motorcycle men.
Mm.
Oh, you're in the music video?
Yeah.
For
Pink Pony Club.
I'm so sorry. I don't. I'm newer to Chapel. I'm not like a huge. I'm
We
not
filmed
like
it
crazy.
pre-pandemic. It was so
Ages
Wow,
ago.
that's so cool.
It was like her first single, and then it was apparently that song was the reason her old label dropped her.
You should claim that she stole everything from you.
I should.
You should be
Well,
that.
she
that
told
girl.
me when that day she was like, "Oh, I saw you open up for Orville, so I wanted you to be in my music video." So that's why I got there.
Hmm.
So maybe maybe she's stealing from Orville Peck.
I don't find him hot. Is that bad?
Have you seen him without the mask?
No,
He's hot.
he's hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen
Is he
him?
not your type? What's your type? And then we'll talk about your tour,
Oh,
Wet Hot Brave.
Thank you. My Wet Hot Brave tour, summer tour.
So brave.
very brave of me
To go on a summer tour.
Yes, I'm flying. I'm not even flying first.
Oh,
Very brave.
Nori.
Nori.
I'm doing
you-
comfort.
No, oh.
I know.
But did
They
you know that
switched-
sometimes comforts are still just the regular seats? You're just closer to the front of the plane.
They switched the plane on me literally yesterday. I flew back from New York. We got on. The seats were minuscule, old screens, and they were like, "Hey, sorry about the switch in aircraft." And I'm sure the Delta One divas were disappointed because they thought they were going to be in those like lay down
Lay-downs.
seats.
You should get a full refund.
I
What did you
meant to call them
do?
yesterday. I sweat through my shirt for 6 solid hours because they also didn't have enough like air con going.
But
No,
were
you
you
always
next
have
to
to-
someone?
Yes,
Was that
and I was
person
just
pissed?
holding my we were
Fatten.
all like
Because that's why I do the upgrades, is because I hate the person feeling the person next to me being
Oh, God, it gives
disgusted.
me-
oh our
Oh, it
knees
makes me wanna vomit.
our knees
So
were
hurt.
touching me and this man.
The last one I did was a Delta flight, and I was Comfort Plus, but it was the seats where the armrests were like solid.
Yeah,
And I was like, because I need the
you need
space
to
under
Yeah.
my fat thighs. So I was cramped in like this the whole flight. I wanted to kill myself.
Oh my god.
good luck,
Brave.
good luck, babe.
Anyway, so
Good luck,
you're being so
babe.
brave
I'm being
taking
very
regular
brave.
flights.
I'm terrified. That story was bone chilling.
Sorry,
But I'm terrified. They better not switch my
aircraft.
Bring a minifan.
yeah.
The women in front of me had them.
I'm just
Look,
scared of
someone
the
on my last
touching.
flight had the one that sits around your neck and like blows cold air on your neck.
Yeah.
I was like, I should get one of those.
I once had to like sit next to a guy and he was doing the whole like I could like hear him making
Oh, yeah.
noises. He smelled bad. And I'm like, you smell bad, sir. You can't be pissed that you're touching my clean smelling good knee
Yeah,
when you smell like
Sorry, I'm
Stop.
large, but you stink.
you stink.
I
some
was
people
just
pay
in a-
good money to throw this pizza dough around.
That exactly. That's how
Because they buy a ticket and then she you.
I'm the pig.
I'm the
I'm the
pig.
That'll do.
I was
pig.
just in a city
That'll
where
do.
I don't know if it's in the water or what, but a lot of people smelled like milky mildew. And it wasn't just like
I know what
one
city
or
you're
two.
talking about.
It was a lot of the people there. And I was
Portland?
like, well, I'm not going to
Seattle?
say where it was.
Landlocked. Starts.
But in the airport, they smelled like it. And it was the same smell on all of them. And guess what color all of them were? I'll say it, they were white.
Denver.
You only hang out with white people, so
That's not true. I hung out with Nori the other night.
We hung
We
out with
went out to
Nicole.
WeHo.
There was 3 people
And I
of color.
blacked out. I didn't even remember how I got home. Nicole had to text me and be like, I drove.
yeah, she drove the whole time.
I didn't know.
That was fun.
I had a really good time.
I've never experienced. What was the original question?
We were asking you about
Oh.
your tour.
Oh, yeah.
But then we got to
Oh.
airplanes, and now we're talking about WeHo.
Well, I've never experienced. So when I've gone out gay, I've never done like VIP. So that was the first time I've ever like we were in a different section and it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
above, and they're like giving us drinks. I've never experienced that.
So
Well,
you went to Twerk Tuesdays at
we went to Twerk
Beaches.
Tuesdays and it was super busy and they normally have like seats out front, but they
Yeah.
were all packed. And so I like walked in and I saw Jojo Siwa. We saw Jojo.
Yes.
JoJo Quads.
Jojo
Yes.
Quads. And I went, and I knew that there was like an upstairs section, and I was like, "Can we go up there?" And he was like, "Well, if you go up there, we have to have like security up there." And I was like, "No, you don't. It's just us. I want to go up there." And he was like, "Okay." And so he let us go like up into the top section so we could like have room and dance, but also feel like a part of the party. And he came up and checked
was
So
us
you
out.
just
Cool.
looked down on people.
Yes, literally.
But it was fun.
It was so fun, and they looked up like they're like someday that could be me.
And I just
It
kept on
was
thinking, my wig's
amazing.
gonna fall off on these people. It was so hot.
It was very hot.
But it was a fun time. We
I
also
had so much fun.
I always love going to high tops. Either one of them. They're like it's like the best.
Oh, high
Yeah.
tops or beaches?
Yeah.
It was just us. It was like the 3 of us in high tops, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I had a great
Yeah,
time.
I like that bar.
It's great.
Yeah.
So your tour.
So you're going
Oh.
on tour.
Yeah. I'm going on tour.
Flying coach.
I'm flying coach. 6 cities by coastal. You know.
Yeah, why only the coastal elite?
Because I don't want to die. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Valid
Trans people
point.
exist all over this country.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not one of those trans people that exist in the middle.
You said I just
Um,
ping pong back.
I
and
like to
forth.
be my
I'm not one of those.
No, actually, I'm obviously kidding, and I've gotten so many messages that were like, "Come to Chicago." So I'm gonna
Oh,
come.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go to Chicago in the fall. But like, yeah, I'm going on tour. Like I'm sure you guys are. The industry is like, there's nothing. The industry is like over.
Oh, as
Yeah.
far as like filming. TV
Yeah,
and
there's nothing
movies.
happening. So I was like, yeah, let me go perform. I just built this new hour. I'm gonna perform it.
Amazing.
I talk about like stuff that's like more heavy, but like it's super funny. but like it's been really rewarding building an hour because it's like when you do like a bar show, you can't really like dive into like stuff that's more like complex. So
Yeah.
I talk about like surgery. I talk about like just like stuff with my family. I'm from Christian County, Kentucky. That's the name of the, of the town.
Oh,
Christian
no.
And
County.
everyone's Muslim.
And every single last person is Muslim, and it's beautiful. No, everyone is white, and they are Christian.
Oh, no.
And it's crazy. And Bell Hooks is from there, which is so wild.
Whoa.
Bell Hooks, me, and that's it. No other cool people.
No one else cool ever lived there.
Yeah. So I like talk about what it's like growing up there. I have so much like religious trauma. I grew up, Southern Baptist and
Oh, God.
all that stuff. I just wanted to dive into. So it's actually, and I know it sounds so heavy, but it's actually really funny. And there's so much fun, just like juicy kind of stuff there. Like religious trauma is hilarious.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
Well, it's something a lot of people can relate to.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
There's so many people who like grew up in the church, and it's so like, I mean, I remember when I was like 7, our youth pastor at the time like told the entire like children's congregation that gay people should be like executed. And we were just like, what? Like we didn't understand anything that he was like it was just so hardcore.
Yeah.
Like why is he first of all, I'm like
Self-hating fat.
you can't get laid in Christian County doesn't mean you need to be executed. Go get your and then maybe things are going to look a little differently for you.
Yeah, go hang out
Bill.
behind the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, Pastor Bill. I'm like, hello, get your like you're like if you're that mad about gay people, get your and things are going to look better. That's how I feel.
Oh, at least
Well,
feel
I
better.
Yeah.
Feel better. His wife so ugly. I'm like, that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
which
which way?
Back to a,
Which
way was she
Which
ugly?
way was she ugly? Was she
Was she
ugly
like mannish?
no matter
Like, was it
which
a
way,
man?
or was she ugly in like a binary way, like ugly for a woman? Because you know the kind when it's like
Oh, yeah,
you're
I guess
gay
that's what
because your wife looks more like a man in a binary sense.
It's
a tricky thing to explain.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it without sounding offensive.
Well,
she was a meth survivor.
okay, so she was just ugly.
teeth!
So I'm talking teeth, I'm talking skin, I'm talking this gay guy
Took her in.
When did you escape Christian County?
So I got into college in Ohio because I was like kind of slowly making my way up north. When I was more problematic, I would call it the Underground Gay Railroad. I'm talking like this was like when I was in college, I would say that.
Right.
Okay.
I would not say that now. That's, I think, kind of cringe and, that's cringe.
Underground.
Now you're
Now
talking.
we're getting
Now
there.
you're talking.
We're getting there.
But I did need, besides all of that, I'm just saying I kind of made my way up to New York, kind of making my way up there because I moved to New York after I graduated, and then there worked at, do you know Callen-Lorde?
Yes.
Yes, I told people they have HIV. My favorite job I've ever had. I loved it. I loved every second of that job.
Was it because you're like a voyeur for like wild, real experience?
No, the real answer is that it was a privilege and an honor to like be able to support people that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I loved, I went to school to be a therapist and dropped out. So I have a whole background in counseling, and
Because there are some people who like the thought of that would like make them themselves.
I loved it. And it truly like it was so special to be able to like be there for people in that time. The only times where it felt almost unbearably hard was when there were sometimes these situations where a much older man would cheat on his partner who was like 20 years old, who just moved to New York and gave him HIV.
Oh, God.
Those were tough because they would come in together and be tested. And so to have to like sit in a room with both of them and go, this is what just happened. Or, well, sorry, I would talk to the person alone first.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on what that person wanted, sometimes it would be the three of us in a room. And that would, because as a counselor, you have to hold your judgment.
Yeah.
You have to be neutral. Like it's truly, it's not about my point of view. And so literally just having to not want to like kill that man who just kind of like, out of his own selfishness, like change this person's life. And obviously now being HIV positive, it's like
Right.
it's not there's a lot of things one can do to live a very healthy and happy life. So it's like whatever, it's just more the act of the age difference is what really triggered me. Does that make sense? Like just a much older man.
And also
And,
just
like,
the infidelity
behaving like
of
that,
it.
yeah,
Yes.
is like so
Because
wild.
the naivete of the younger
Of the younger-
person,
yeah.
not really ever even considering that this other person doesn't care about them, or that was really hard. The other part of it too is I worked with a lot of trans people, like trans clients, and that was my first time ever really engaging with trans people. And I was, a gay guy at the time, like a twink, pretty hot. Oh wow. Pretty fucking hot. Twink, really thin, if you can somehow imagine that in
I
some
am.
way. Okay. It's like I was kind of, if I could just kind of,
It was
it was
like,
kind of like
yeah,
a,
give it.
like a. My shoulder, they don't even come out anymore.
No, mine don't
Mine
either.
used to
Oh,
come
the
out.
clavicle?
But my clavicle doesn't even come out.
She's hibernating.
So when I was interacting with the trans women, there was such a
It was great. It's how you learned.
there was such a reverence. I just had such a reverence and such a like adoration, and then it really was really crazy for me because I was like, this isn't sexual. I'm not attracted to them. Why am I having these like intense feelings of like reverence and like these women are like goddesses and like, whatever. And then it wasn't until much later in therapy when it was like, oh,
I be trans.
I be trans. That's what I said to them. Just like that. I went, I be trans. And then they was like, first of all, that black scent was insane. I just want to start with that. That was horrific. Do you want to be a woman? Or do you want to be black? Pick one.
Pick one.
But
Nori.
that's the clip. That is the clip. That is the clip that you're going to be using, and I know that, and I do know that.
Are you ready to be canceled?
We've got a strong track record in this show.
Of people getting canceled.
All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Wait, already? And we're back. Do you know Wicked?
Nori, tell us about your tour. I'm just kidding.
I just want to apologize for anyone I offended, whether it be anyone who's HIV positive, a person of color, fat, twink, therapist.
No, we
Pig.
can offend twinks here.
You're the twink whisperer.
I really am. They love me
Like, do you mean sexually or do you?
sexually.
Both.
Wow, I love that.
No, both. Because they
What's
like,
the other way?
Beautiful.
like entertainment wise, they like to come see you at Fat Slut and
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, yeah, fat. Like
Yeah,
they
they really
really
do.
enjoy that.
Mm.
And she likes them because she can get more of them in the door than the fat people.
the small
Oh.
bodies.
'Cause then she
And they're
can
always so cold.
make more money.
You know,
Because it's the same ticket price, but
Right.
they're
But
they
they
take up less
less square
space.
footage.
that's what the airlines are doing.
Yep.
You're just like an airline.
I am the
sell-
airline of
They
drag
sell
shows.
the upper decker twink seats. Lay down flat.
They lay down flat.
2x2.
It's just the
The overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us
Tell us
about
your tour, Nori.
Well,
Have you performed in these cities before?
so I got my start in the Bay Area. This is my first time doing like my own show in the Bay Area since I left,
Oh,
which feels really
fun.
special. I haven't really thought about it or processed it at all. So this is my first time even thinking about it, but it feels special.
What kind of
Yeah.
venues are you doing?
Well, the one in SF is different. It's a wine bar that people perform at. So
Okay.
I'm doing 2 shows, one night, 2 shows. And that's like kind of more of an intimate kind of a space.
Wait, what is it called?
Arcana? Have you heard of Arcana? It's in the
No.
Mission.
No, but I
a
performed
wine
at a
bar.
wine bar, like in a basement one time.
Oh, here?
no,
Oh.
in San Francisco.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of it. And I had to do my makeup in a closet, but the light was blue, so my makeup came out green because I like couldn't color match because the light was the wrong color.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that
That's
looks crazy.
crazy. This is this is this is called Arcana. It's wine bar. I'm excited about that. The other venues are more traditional. They're like theaters and stuff like that.
Nice.
Selling tickets right now, I'm telling you, it's hard. Everyone's broke.
Right.
No one has money
Mhm.
because we're all going through it. and then B, all of the comics aren't working, and so they're all touring. So there's just a saturation of
There's
shows.
so much comedy out there.
So it's just been kind of crazy, if I can be honest. I mean, just like it is a job selling tickets. It's like the videos, the promoting, the posting, and I love to do it because I love my fans.
Your promo videos are very fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My favorite, I told you this already, but is you just in a bathroom being like, my friends are going to tell you why you have to come to this show.
Are you excited for the Wicked movie?